just feel His holy presence when there's Southern gospel music all around. Don't you just love that gospel music? Don't you just love that Southern sound? Can't you just feel His holy presence when there's Southern gospel music all around? When there's Southern gospel music all around.
Hi, friends, and welcome back to another exciting program of Southern Style Praise. I'm your host, and today we have a fantastic program planned for you today. In fact, we have groups that are located in East Tennessee. You know, all the time we get asked, where do you film this program? Well, we film it outside, just a few miles outside of Pigeon Forge and Sevierville, Tennessee, in the beautiful Smoky Mountains. And today, even though we're all over the country and the world of people watching us, what we want to do today is play groups that are located right here in the beautiful East Tennessee area. Coming up first is a group that we absolutely love. They're not on the road anymore, but I know that you're going to enjoy this. This is the Crist Family, and this was one of their biggest hits, Living with the Light On.
I'm living with the light on, happy as I go along. I'm shouting the victory, praying that all will see that I'm a soldier of a few words, a light in the corner of this dark world. Keep the fire strong till I make it home, living with the light on.
My daily walk is a moving talk. My actions are louder than words. Each and every mile brings another trial. My deeds are my witness to the world. See, I can follow Christ in my everyday life, or die by my very own sin. So I chose the light that comes from the life that only Christ can give.
I'm living with the light on, happy as I go along. I'm shouting the victory, praying that all will see that I'm a soldier of a few words, a light in the corner of this dark world. Keep the fire strong till I make it home, living with the light on. Just like today it happened again.
I crossed the path of a broken man, said I just can't live this way anymore. My uncertain future is certain for sure.
He said the path I'm on is eternally wrong.
There has to be more to this life.
So we bowed and prayed, and he found the way to Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
Living with the light on,
I'm
happy as I go along. I'm shouting the victory, praying that all will see that I'm a soldier of a few words, a light in the corner of this dark world. Keep the fire strong till I make it home, living with the light on.
I wonder how many of you are living with a light on. Amen.
Living with the light on. Living with the light on. Oh, I come here to tell you that the Lord is good. His mercy will endure forever like He said it would. So let's exalt His name together, don't you think we should? Oh, I've come here to tell you that is good. His mercy will endure forever like He said it would. So let's exalt His name together, don't you think we should? Oh, I've come here to tell you that the Lord is good.
He's a lamp unto my feet and He leads the way. He is the bread when I am hungry day after day. Jehovah Jireh, my provider, my Prince of Peace.
I have found in Jesus everything that I need. I've come here to tell you that the Lord is good. His mercy will endure forever like He said it would. So let's exalt His name together, don't you think we should? Oh, I've come here to tell you that the Lord is good. He is good. He is good. Anytime, every time, all the time good. All the time good. I've come here to tell you that the Lord is good. His mercy will endure forever.
So let's exalt His name together.
So let's exalt His name together.
Oh,
Don't you think we should?
Don't you think we should?
Oh, I've
Yes,
come here
Lord.
to tell you that the Lord is good. He is good. He is good. All the time the Lord is good.
And that was the Crist Family with I've Come Here to Tell You. If you're just tuning in, today we are featuring groups that are located in the beautiful Smoky Mountains of East Tennessee. And that's where this program has originated from. And we have such a huge audience right here in the beautiful Smoky Mountains and around the country as well. And some of you are watching us via YouTube. And even though I'm not personally from this area, my family, my mom's whole side of the family, is from Chattanooga, Tennessee. So I feel like I'm just a part of your family here in the East Tennessee area. You know, that last song was sung by the Crist Family, I've Come Here to Tell You, and that was written by another East Tennessee native, Kirk Talley. Right now, we want to play a couple songs by the McCameys from East Tennessee, and this one features Eli Fourtner. And we'd like you to keep Eli in your prayers, as recently he's had to go back on dialysis, and he's waiting for another kidney transplant. So let's go back in time, and here is Eli Fourtner.
I'm just a little child, you see, but Jesus loves even me. He always is near me when I call. Although I am small, you see, I'm still as happy as can be, and it's all because Jesus loves me. Jesus loves me. Jesus loves me. I am so glad that Jesus loves me. And when I lay me down to sleep and pray the Lord my soul to keep, I know that He will answer my prayer. And when I wake to start my day, I know that He will guide my way. And it's all because Jesus loves me. Jesus loves me. Jesus loves me. I am so glad that Jesus loves me. I am so glad that Jesus loves me.
And remember to continue to pray for Eli during his time of need. And also want to let you know that we here at Southern Style Praise believe in the power of prayer. And there's nothing too big for God. And that's why we want to play this next song by the McCameys. It's one of their huge hits, God on the Mountain. In fact, just the other day, I had lunch with the guy that played the bass guitar the very first time they recorded this song. His name is Rick Francis, and he now runs the Singing News magazine. And here it is, God on the Mountain.
Life is easy when you're up on the mountain and you've got peace of mind like you've never known. But then things change and you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, for you're never alone. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. When things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God on the good times is still God in the bad times. The God of the day is still God in the night. You talk of faith when you're up on the mountain. Oh, but the talk comes so easy when life's at its best. But it's down in the valley of trials and temptation. That's when faith is really put to the test. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. Hooray! David said, from everlasting to everlasting, God. And the God of the good times is still God in the the God of the day is still God in the night. The God of the day is still God in the night.
And that was God on the Mountain by the McCameys. Hi, everyone. I'm Richard Hissong, and thank you so much for tuning in to Southern Style Praise. You can find out more about this program by going to Facebook and liking the page Southern Style Praise. And I'm sure it's scrolled somewhere down there, somewhere or up here. Who knows? But come on out and check out our Facebook pages. Again, this program is featuring groups from East Tennessee. And this next artist, well, he needs no explanation. It's none other than Tim Lovelace.
Well, I'd been under a lot of stress, plain old working myself to death. I couldn't sleep, and I needed relief. So I stopped by the local drugstore, bought a box of something called Worry No More. It said, start snoring instead of counting sheep. Well, I went straight home to my easy chair, opened that box right then and there, when I saw a piece of paper, had me perplexed. It said, don't worry, your pill has been approved, but under law we must warn you that listed below are possible side effects. You may have high blood pressure, ruptured spleen, enlarged liver with gangrene, dizzy, dopey, grumpy, and your legs go limp. You may have blindness, baldness, heart attack, big red spots upon your back, and your tongue may swell to the size of the Goodyear blimp. Side effects, side effects. Just another way of saying it ain't over yet. There's an unwritten rule of thumb. Sometimes the worst is yet to come. Watch out for those crazy side effects. Some of y'all right now are saying that boy definitely's got some side effects. Well, I got out of my chair and I said, whoa, Nellie, that pill will never be in my belly. I jumped in the car just to take a little ride. I thought, what in the world am I going to do when I saw a church sign out of the blue that said revival tonight, peace in sight. Well, I walked into church as the preacher said, life is tough, but there's nothing to dread if you'll just let the Lord have complete control. Is there anybody here that needs to be saved? Well, I could have won a gold medal that day because I ran to the altar and gave the Lord my soul. I got up from the altar, I was changed, well, totally different, kind of rearranged. I said, preacher, what's happened? I need an explanation. He said, boy, now that you are truly saved and old things are really passed away, get ready for the side effects of your salvation. Now I have a church family that prays for me with assurance of eternity, with a home in heaven that someday will be mine. I traded my worry and a ton of stress for real peace and happiness, knowing the Lord is walking by my side. Oh yeah, side effects, side effects. Just another way of saying God's not through blessing me yet. Well, I trusted in God's only Son, and now the best is yet to come. I'm enjoying my salvation, side effects. Well, I trusted in God's only Son, and now the best, well, it's yet to come. I'm enjoying my salvation, side effects. You know what? Ever since I truly got saved, I've got peace and joy and happiness. And you know what? Every day is good and some days are better. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm enjoying the salvation side effects. Anybody else enjoying them? Oh, yeah! Well, I went camping just a while back with a couple of high school friends. And on Sunday morning I wanted to find a church to worship in. So I packed my truck and I headed out. I saw it in a cloud of dust. It was the Ebenezer Fellowship Non-Denominational Baptist Free Will Church. When I walked in, it was time to start, and that little church was packed. There was only one seat on the very front row, even though I really wanted the back. So I walked right down and I took a seat, then a hush fell over the place as a sweet little gray-haired woman walked up and said, boy, I've got something to say. Folks around here call me Granny. I'm as sweet as I can be. Well, I volunteer for everything. They couldn't make it without me. I teach Sunday school, I sew and bake. Why, I'm even in charge of the Christmas play. And there's only one thing I ask in return, a lesson you should learn. Don't sit in my pew. You know, it belongs to me. I've been sitting right here at least 40 years, and that's the way it's going to be. I can tell that you are new around here, so you better get one thing clear. If you know what's good for you, don't sit in my pew. Well, I walked to the back of the church and I was feeling just about as tall as a flea when one of those deacons walked up and handed me a brown, ice-cold metal folding chair. So I sat out there in the aisle and I listened to the choir as they sang, I shall not be moved. And then the preacher said, you know what? We want our special guest to stay when the service is over with for some of Granny's red velvet cake. And that's what I did. But just about the time they said the blessing, I looked up and noticed that I didn't have a fork. Well, I figured I'd made enough commotion for one day, so I thought, I'm going to ease in there in the kitchen, find the utensil drawer, and help myself. And that's what I did. But just about the time I found that drawer, somebody spun me around, and you know who it was? It was Granny. Stay out of my kitchen, boy. Well, you know, it belongs to me. I've been cooking in here at least 40 years, and that's the way it's going to be. So if you need a fork or if you need a spoon, the next time stay in the other room. Boy, you better pay attention. Stay out of my kitchen. And then she reached right up and kissed me on the cheek and said, you know, Granny hopes you come back next week. But if you do the next time, don't get my parking space. Don't sing so loud. Wear a coat and tie. Come early enough for Sunday school. Stay out of my kitchen. But most of all, stay out of my pew.
I love that song written and sung by Tim Lovelace, Don't Sit in My Pew. We have one more artist left to play here on the program Southern Style Praise, and they are a fan favorite. They've won Quartet of the Year, Bass of the Year, they've won it all. And here they are, Triumph Quartet with a cross medley.
On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross, where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. There's room at the cross for you. There's room at the cross for you. The millions have come, there's still room for one. Yes, there's room at the cross for you. The millions have come, there's still room for one. Yes, there's room at the cross for you. At the cross where I first saw the light, and the burden of my heart rolled away. It was there by faith I received my sight, and now I am happy all the day. At the cross where I first saw the light, and the burden of my heart rolled away. It was there by faith I received my sight, and now I am happy all the day. When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died, my richest gain I count but lost, and pour contempt on all my pride. Were the whole realm of nature mine, that were an offering far too small. Love so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my
my soul, my all.
Sing the wondrous love of Jesus, sing His mercy and His grace. In the mansions bright and blessed, He'll prepare for us a place.
When we all
get to heaven,
what a day
what
of
a
rejoicing
day
that
of
will
rejoicing that will be.
When we
all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory.
onward to the prize before us, soon His beauty will behold.
Soon the pearly gates will open, we shall tread the streets of gold.
When we all
get to heaven,
what a day
what
of
a day of rejoicing that will be.
When we
all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory.
Yes, when we all
get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory.
Love that song. That's a great old song.
Don't you just love that gospel music? Don't you just love that southern sound? Can't you just feel His holy presence when there's southern gospel music all around? Don't you just love that gospel music? Don't you just love that southern sound? Can't you just feel His holy presence when there's southern gospel music